Yo, what is good, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Renegade Roundtable podcast. Here, I am Jeffrey Kirby. As always, each and every week. Holy shit. What an intro is that?
Nope.
Each and every week, of course, we are joined by Jarryd. Jarryd, how in the hell are you?
I'm here. All right. A lot more rumors spreading this whole week. I'm tired of waiting. I'm sure we'll get into it. I'm just tired of waiting.
Yeah, this I am starting to thin up here up top, and it's because of Brandon Aiyuk and this whole fucking trade thing. Like, come on, can we please? Listen, let's be honest though, it's been like this for some months now.
Months, but it's this week especially it started on Monday, just started ramping up out of nowhere. Honestly, personally.
And so, for obviously, if you live under a rock, basically what's been going on is for the last few months, obviously there have been trade talks with the 49ers wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk, and people would always talk about, he'll most likely be a Steeler. Well, then it recently came, and then you always had to bring in the Commanders because, his relationship with Jane Daniels and all that. You thought, okay, that could possibly make sense if you're Washington. But then two other teams got brought up into this, Cleveland and New England. Now, clearly, one of those teams are in our division. One of those teams, also Cleveland, has an expensive wide receiver with, I believe, 1 year left on his deal. So it became interesting. And I tweeted this out. And this was obviously we all know I'm the biggest Cleveland Browns hater there is. But this wasn't like me being a hater. This was me being realistic and me being real for a minute. If San Francisco is wanting a wide receiver in the deal, why would they want Amari Cooper, who is 4 years older, and you're going to have to pay him similar money than Brandon Aiyuk? If that's the case, then why not just pay Brandon? And then when you talk about Kendrick Bourne with New England first, it's like, okay, he's clearly not as good as Amari Cooper. He's not at that level, but New England might be more willing to pay more, give up more, and because the other part of this too is the contract extension. What will Brandon Aiyuk get? Because while he doesn't have a no trade clause, or he doesn't have a no trade clause, he kind of has a little bit of leverage in saying, okay, well, I'm just not going to sign that extension. The team's like, well, we're not going to trade all this for 1 year. So he does have a little bit of leverage. And here's where I think it really comes down to. It comes down to the fact that he said, I want to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. That's the place I want to go. But from what it looks like, Pittsburgh's not willing to give up what San Francisco wants.
Oh, yep.
Now here's some other factors into this as well. Because when you start hearing Cleveland and New England get involved in this, that's a little, you're like, wait a second. Part of this you have to think, were they just used as a way of leverage to try to get Pittsburgh to give up more?
100%. Which
is smart on San Francisco's part. No doubt about it. It's very smart to do. Because if you could try to get more for him, then yeah. But you know what? I love this theory. Or not the theory. I love this thing that happens in the NFL. It just happened recently with Jonathan Taylor, where we don't want to pay you like you're elite. Oh, but we want to trade you, but we want elite compensation. We're elite enough that we could trade you for elite compensation, but we don't want to pay you elite compensation.
Yeah, it's as much, Brandon Aiyuk doesn't want to go to New England. We heard how much New England was willing to pay. It was like $32 million a year, which was a lot of money. Which I didn't think, but Brandon Aiyuk wants to play on a winning team, I should say. I don't think New England's not there yet. This, with Drake May,
Not even close.
not even started. I know, but it's not much different than our situation here with our quarterbacks. But I think part of it's Mike Tomlin, of course, influencing, and I think part of it's the culture and the team that we have. You got Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. You think one of them would pan out? Hopefully, if you're Brandon and Aiyuk. And then you got George Pickens on the other side. The Niners are not getting George Pickens on the back end. They can keep wishing.